Good afternoon, folks. How are we doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. We are live for a big Scottish Premier League title decider. The big final day at Parkhead. I just can't call this one. You really can't call this one. It should be a fantastic game. Hearts leading for most of the season. The Jambos on course for their first title in 66 years under Derek McInnes. The first side ever to win, well, I say ever, the first side in 41 years since, certainly ever in my lifetime, maybe in yours too, but the last side to win the Scottish Premier League, other than Celtic and Rangers, was Sir Alex Ferguson's Aberdeen side back in '85. So are we going to see a changing of the guard today? Are we going to see a different leader, a different title winner? Let's see. Celtic, no, they've got... It's very clear for Celtic, isn't it? The Hoops have got to win. That's it. Celtic have got to win. Hearts need only a draw. And that can be really dangerous, can't it? Because all they need to do is just hold firm. Just hold firm. But you just know if Celtic score first, everything changes. Hearts can't afford to be too standoffish. I think Hearts have got to have a little go at Celtic today. If Hearts score first, then it really gives them... I mean, obviously this goes without saying, but it gives them a real edge in the game, knowing that Celtic then have to go and score two. Celtic will have to commit more bodies forward. That gives opportunities for Hearts on the counter. Kizarides, players like that who've got a bit of pace, who can get beyond and maybe hit them on the counter attack and get a second. But the first goal might be decisive today. How are we all doing in the chat? Good to see everyone. Jellyfish, Iob, Luke, Oxford fan. Neil Jagger, Hearts, please save Scottish football. Listen, this has captured global attention, this one, because it's history. It's history in the making. It's rare we get to see a side other than Celtic and Rangers win the Scottish Premier League, isn't it? It's very rare. I've never seen it in my lifetime. And it's an anomaly, maybe. Who knows? Maybe it won't be. Maybe Hearts go again next year if they're able to lift it this year. But it'd be a real result, and I think it'd be a victory for football if Hearts were to do it. But that doesn't mean everyone's anti-Celtic today, by the way. That doesn't mean we're all against Celtic. Celtic have, I think, done really, really well to get themselves back in the race after what was a really disappointing start to the season, and obviously Nancy and all that stuff, and it just didn't quite work out, and then Martin O'Neill comes back in and everything picks up again. But look at Parkhead there, bustling. We're only 10 minutes away or so from kick-off. But yeah, should be a great one, this. I don't even know, says we know how the Scottish Prem goes. We want Hearts to win, but we know it's Celtic. Liam says, Key, surely this proves now, after how the way Liverpool played yesterday and throughout the season, Slot getting 20 defeats, conceded goals, 52 goals, that's enough for him to be sacked. No, it's not. It's nothing to do with Liverpool today. But even if we are talking about Liverpool, mate, Arne Slot is not the problem with Liverpool. I'll defy any Liverpool fan to tell me that it's Arne Slot. If you change the manager, everything gets better. You're having a laugh. Ask any Liverpool fan, and we'll move on from this very quickly, but ask any Liverpool fan, how many players do we need to change from that mob yesterday? It's about 7 or 8. Yeah. There's a fair... So it's hard to argue those two things simultaneously, isn't it? It's hard to argue it's all the manager, it's the manager's fault, but we also need to move 7 or 8 players out of the team. You can't really argue that. Those two things don't really... You can't... It's hard to square that circle, isn't it? Keith says, we're not all anti-Celtic today, but we kind of are. The Scottish League is boring as fuck when Rangers and Celtic always win. Lil Philly, afternoon chat, and Key, let's see who can win the Scots Premiership. I won't say it's going to happen, but I'd be well pleased if Celtic are to win today. There you go. We still have got lots of Celtic fans in the chat. Lots of people who are rooting for the boys, for the Hoops. And that's why I went with a neutral purple colour today. I didn't go with green or blue or maybe a red or a Hearts colour. I didn't go for that. I've gone for a neutral purple. The thistle. The flower of Scotland. Liam says the players clearly stopped playing for him months ago. I think the players clearly stopped playing full stop a while ago, mate. But it's how much running are you expecting from players who we know they won't be there in 2-3 weeks? I don't know how old you are, Liam. I don't know if you work, mate. I don't know. But if you've ever had any experience of handing your notice in at work, most people, generally, and I say this as someone who's managed people before as well, I've seen it, right? When you hand your notice in and you've got another week or another 2 weeks or another month or however long it is, the amount of effort that you put in that final month is worlds apart from what it should be. And I think it's very difficult to maintain that level. Okay. What are we saying on TikTok? Sorry, TikTok crew, I'm not ignoring you. How are we doing? DC, happy Saturday, Key. Happy Saturday to you, sir. We've got this one, and then we're going to be doing the FA Cup final. Egyptonicus, if Bournemouth qualifies for the Champions League over Liverpool, he has to get the sack, right? You can't go from winning the Prem to qualifying for the Europa League. I mean, Klopp did fifth a few years ago after spending a fortune. It happens. It happens, mate. And to be honest, I don't think, again, you're saying if Bournemouth qualify for the Champions League. Bournemouth aren't qualifying for the Champions League. Bournemouth aren't qualifying for the Champions League. That ain't happening. Liverpool are finishing above Bournemouth. Even if we lose... Or even if we draw to Brentford, even if we lose to Brentford on the final day, Bournemouth beating, let's say Bournemouth draw with City and then they win on the final day, they still finish behind us on goal difference. It's not happening. It's absolutely not happening. Stephen says Liverpool win last game, Villa 5th, then Champions League spot for 6th, defo now. I still think so, yeah. I think Villa will get beat by City. Liverpool will beat Brentford and we'll go back above Villa anyway. Egypt, by all means, please do so. Yes, by all means, please do so. DC, you hoping for a Chelsea win or not fussed, really? No, I'd actually quite like to see City win today. I'm not really rooting for either, to be honest. I'm just going to be watching the FA Cup final as a neutral, enjoying the game. But yeah, I'm rooting for neither, I guess. I just hope for a good game. But today I am probably leaning a little bit more towards Hearts than Celtic. I've no issue with Celtic. I've no issue with them at all. But it should be a great game. We've got the lineups on the right hand side here. Let's have a look at them. Let's go through them now. There's going to be some limbs today. In the home end and the away end, maybe at different points in the game. Historic. Here we go. Right. So, Hearts, Celtic. Here we go. Line up. So, for Celtic in goal, it's Sinisalo, Johnston, Trusty, Scales and Tierney. Kieran Tierney at left back. McGregor and Engels in midfield with Nigel Yang and Tunekti. And then it's Dyson Maeda up front. For Hearts, it's Swallow in goal, Milne, Findlay, Kingsley and Steinwender, Altena and Devlin with Benny Beningame in midfield, Kizaridis, Kabore and that man Lawrence Shankland up front. Egyptonicus, as an Arsenal fan, I'm rooting for Hearts here. And 3 stars this afternoon, everyone. Martin O'Neill may be a Forest legend, but come on the Jam Tarts. There you go. Look at that. That's amazing. Fairy tale. Fairy tale is what the Celtic flag says. Tony O'Brien, Jambos all the way. Josh says, Key, I've seen some Celtic fans wanting the gaffer out. I wouldn't go as far as Celtic fans wanting Martin O'Neill out. I've never seen any Celtic fans wanting Martin O'Neill out. I think they're just looking for something maybe a bit more permanent. I think the idea is even if Celtic were to win the league today, O'Neill's a Celtic legend, but he's just not going to be the long-term solution, is he? All we hear is Claudio Braga. Kieran, Coventry fan. I think Hearts will win this today. Let's hope so, mate. Nate says congrats on defeating Villa 4-2 yesterday. Congrats on defeating Villa 4-2 yesterday. We didn't defeat Villa 4-2 yesterday. We lost 4-2 to Villa yesterday. I don't even know, so to be fair, I'm rooting for Hearts and Chelsea. City football. Celtic have won this too much. And City needs no introduction to why they are anti-football. Okay, well, there you go. The tone has been set. Andy says, come on, Hearts. It'd be great to see a different team win the Scottish Premiership. Well, it's a lovely day for it. It's a beautiful day for it. Hell of an atmosphere as well. Celtic having a last-minute huddle. Please let the Jambos win. That's it. I also thought we could do a bit of reminiscing today in terms of some great SPL players that we've seen in our lifetimes. I don't know how old you are in the chat, if you can remember the days of Ali McCoist and Laudrup and Paul Gascoigne, Henrik Larsson, John Hartson after that, Chris Sutton. Some great SPL players. So I thought we'd reminisce if anyone wants to have a chat about specific SPL players that they enjoyed watching over the years growing up. I always remember Andy Gorham for Rangers in goal, and then he went to United very briefly, didn't he, on loan, I think. Swifty, I can't stand Celtic and think them singing the Liverpool anthem is pathetic. I mean, listen, Celtic have got their own claim to that in a slightly different way. It's obviously not maybe the same as the link with Jerry and the Pacemakers to Liverpool, but they've got their own connection, haven't they? Right, we're off and underway. The game is underway. Svera says, come on the Hearts. Oh, and we've already got Kabore down after barely 10 seconds. He's took a whack in the midsection. DC, did Celtic not have it first? No. To be honest, mate, I don't know if anyone's entirely sure of the timeline. I couldn't tell you. Liverpool have been singing it going back to the early 60s, I think. Obviously, it was from the musical Carousel, wasn't it? What a ball in! Big chance, and Celtic, first opportunity in the game. Great ball from the right-hand side, and good defending at the back from Hearts. Fast start. Morovchik, yeah, Lubo Morovchik. What a player he was. Bezzy, are you having a takeaway tonight, Key? I'm not, mate. No takeaway for me tonight. No, I've got my tea. I've got my tea all boxed off. I've got a stir fry tonight. Some nice bean sprouts, little water chestnuts and stuff. That nice, very nice little stir fry tonight. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you who had the song first. It's not massively important to me who sang it first. I guess it's synonymous maybe with Liverpool more than it is Celtic because of Jerry and the Pacemakers, who are from, I don't know. Does it really matter? Someone sang it first. It was in Carousel, it was in the musical, and then clubs have adopted it around the world. Celtic with the corner, and it's whipped in near post and headed over the bar. Good effort. That's a better corner, that. Much better corner. But Trusty couldn't quite get his head on it. Or if he did, he didn't direct it in the way he wanted to. DC says, Google says Celtic 66 and Liverpool early 60s, so could be Liverpool, to be fair. And McBusby Babe says it was heard at Old Trafford first after Munich. It could be, yeah, could be. I mean, it's kind of, some people get hung up on that type of stuff. It's kind of inconsequential to me. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's a song, and I don't think Celtic pinched it per se. Nor did I don't think Liverpool pinched it. I think it was just something that was adopted at the time by the fans, and both teams now benefit from it, so it's fine, yeah. CGLFC says the result is academic because Celtic will thrash this lot. Well, they've started very strong, Celtic, and it's always difficult at Parkhead. Great tackle from Beningame, though. Excellent play from Hearts. I am a little bit concerned with this goalkeeper, though, I've got to say. When I've watched Schwolo this season, I'm not massively impressed by him. Alexander Schwolo, he's been in the Bundesliga for a long time, but yeah, I've not been mega impressed with him this season at Hearts. I think there's been a couple of times, even just in the Rangers game when we watched that the other week, he was glued to the floor. Not mega impressed with him. Yo, Reese, how's it going, mate? Up the Jambos, 99% of the football world are behind Hearts today. Surely have a bad feeling, though. Rob says, to be fair, it's a song people need to get a grip. Well, yeah. Flicked on. Hearts. Oh, claim for the penalty. There's a claim for the penalty in there. Lawrence Shankland, skipper, he's got his arms up, claiming a penalty. Who is it? Nah, you're not getting a pen for that. You're not getting a pen for that. I think it was Scales. It's flicked on at the near post, and Shankland's there. Nah, you're not getting a pen for that. You're not getting a pen for that. No chance. Joseph says, in my opinion, this is one of the best games of all time. And Andy says, what's happened to Craig Gordon? He's just age, just caught up with him. He is at Hearts, I think, but he's been injured for a while, hasn't he? Yeah, been injured for a while. Claudio Braga on the bench today, by the way, as well, which is something we didn't talk about before kickoff. That is maybe a surprise, because he played against Falkirk just a few days ago. B. McCarran up the Villa. Good result for you lads last night. Still think we'll finish above you, though, for what it's worth. Neil Jagger, Shankland ought to start for Scotland at the World Cup. It would be idiotic not to. Fascinated to see who they go with at the World Cup, Scotland. Probably Scott McTominay, Ballon d'Or. Truth, how many Celtic fans are secretly supporting Hearts, I wonder? Eh? No, surely not. Andy says, I'm all ready to see Chelsea lift the cup later, Kate. Well, hey, let's see. Callum McFarlane. It'd be a bit of a fairy tale, wouldn't it, if Chelsea were able to lift the FA Cup today against City. Callum McFarlane against Pep Guardiola. A true Goliath story. Lewandowski's leaving Barcelona. Breaking news, yeah. Lewandowski's going. Where's he going? B. McCarran, I don't care. Top 5 in Europe final. That's it. It's a great season for Villa. Exceptional season. BB goalie says Celtic, come on. Stephen Morton, I'm eating tinned haggis out of respect. Tinned haggis? Sacrilege. I do love a bit of haggis, though. Celtic with a corner. Terrible ball in this time. It was a great ball in first time, but not the best, this one. And straight out of play, I think it was Engels who whipped it in. If Chelsea started singing Blue Moon, it would be equally ridiculous. And SLS says there is like 6 clubs in this league, right? No, there's far more than 6. Neil says, I'm predicting City 3-0 later, doing it twice in 2 games over them. And Rob says, whoever plays up front for Scotland, they'll still get battered everywhere they go. Haiti, Scotland v Haiti, 2 a.m. City of Norfolk says, going where? The retirement home. Nah, Lewandowski's got a bit more left in the tank. I'd have him at Liverpool next year. Get him at Liverpool. We'll have him as a backup to Isak and Ekatike, and he can come in and do a job in the Premier League for a year. He's done all right at Barca. As an option, off the bench. James, who do you think's going down, West Ham or Spurs? West Ham. Sadly. I think West Ham will go down, but I'm hoping they get a result against Newcastle tomorrow, and it just carries it into the final day then, doesn't it? Truth Over Lies is the cup final today. It is. It's straight after this. As soon as this game finishes, we're going to be moving over to the FA Cup final. So I'll end this stream and we'll move over to the... starts at 2:45. 3 o'clock kickoff. His body will fall apart in the Prem the way they'll batter him. He's got to be a better option than what we've got. But it's no surprise that this is where, like, Liverpool are where they are. Look at the state of what we've got. Look at our bench compared to City and Arsenal's. It's miles away. Stephen Morton, who's bigger in Scotland, Celtic or Rangers? Sweet baby Jesus, you're gonna sort. That's gonna upset a few. I'll pin that comment, mate. I'll pin it now, and we can have a chat about it. There you go. Stephen Morton, who's bigger in Scotland, Celtic or Rangers? Let's answer that question, chat. Ooh, I'm not sure if that one... Yeah, it was a foul, that one. Was a foul. Milne brought down there from Nygren. The Craigism says there's no Prem games today. No Prem games at all today, mate. No, this and then the FA Cup final. All of the Prem games are tomorrow. Hearts with a free kick. Far post. Cleared away. It's going to be a corner. CGLFC, instead of paying 200 plus million on 2 blockbuster names, they could have brought 4 or 5 that were just solid players. Yeah, no, but everyone's got 20/20 hindsight, haven't they? Everybody can say what you should have done after the fact. That's dead easy. We're all experts after something's happened, aren't we? Don't think anyone said at the time, yeah, Isak and Ekatike, not great signings then. Ball whipped in, good claim from the goalkeeper, excellent from Sinisalo. DZ Solid says there's German league games. There is, yes. Freiburg-Leipzig is one of the games today. Maybe Villa could keep an eye on that one. Binu, are Liverpool in the Champions League next year? They are, mate. Yes, we'll be in the Champions League next year. Sorted. Truth Over Lies says Celtic are easily bigger. They've won the European Cup and lost in another. Rangers never reached the European Cup final. Don't know, Rangers have certainly been to some European finals, though, haven't they? It's maybe not as... It's a lot closer than people maybe give it credit for. I haven't really got a horse in the race, I'll be honest. I like Celtic, I like Rangers. I guess I'd maybe, if you was really like gun to my head type of thing, who are you going to pick? You've got to pick one. I'd probably, maybe, possibly... slide a little bit more towards... I loved Celtic growing up. I loved Henrik Larsson and Fabulous side, Celtic. And I remember Liverpool drawing 2-2 here. McManaman scored a wonder goal, but Larsson scored, and then Hartson scored against us at Anfield, and a few years later. But yeah, when I went up to the grounds, I've always said this. When I've gone up to Scotland, I did a tour of basically a load of Scottish football grounds when I was about 10, 11 with my dad. We went up there to watch Liverpool against Aberdeen in pre-season. And on the way back down, we stopped off at loads of Scottish football grounds. We went to Gretna, we went to St Johnstone, we went to both the Dundee grounds, we went to Hearts, we went to Celtic Rangers. Great tackle, excellent play that. And when we went to Ibrox, they kind of took us in and showed us around the pitch, and we walked out on the pitch. I had a kickabout on the pitch. I went in the dressing room, had me picture took with Claudio Caniggia. So yeah, I'd slightly lean towards Rangers for that, but that's not really anything in it. Stajak, how are we? I'm very good, mate. How are you? If anything, that was a foul on Hearts, wasn't it? Johnston down the right-hand side, clattered in to, is it Finlay? Who's gone down here? North End views, Hibs because it's who my dad's missus supports, I guess. On the Hibs. Derek McInnes looking a little bit nervy, and he might be forced into an early change here. 15 minutes in, there might be an early change. Player down for Hearts. I don't know who they're going to bring on, though. No, it's Steinwender. I thought it was Finlay. It's Steinwender who is injured, so there might be a change. There may be a change. North End, also, have you heard the thing about the concrete heart in the city that loads of people grab in the middle of? No, I've not heard anything about that. Red Rebellion, my goodness, the defending from Virgil yesterday, which has been present. But the defence is not a, it's a collective. It's not an individual thing. That's not on Virgil van Dijk. The only errors yesterday were Szoboszlai and Chiesa. You can't really pick the bones out of John McGinn's goal. John McGinn's goal was unbelievable. And Rio Ngamoa. Rio Ngamoa switched off for the Morgan Rogers goal. Difficult to blame the kid for that, but it is his fault. He doesn't track Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers then gets a free strike at goal in the box because Rio switches off. Then Szoboszlai stupidly just loses his footing, falls over. Chiesa decides to drop miles deeper than everyone else. 3 of the goals yesterday are explained by individual errors. It's nothing to do with Virgil van Dijk, mate. You've got to defend as a team, and we don't defend as a team because the midfield is an absolute liability. Mamardashvili should have saved the Rodgers one. I don't know, you know. Maybe if you're being a little bit hypercritical, possibly. But if you give a player like Morgan Rogers that amount of space, totally under no pressure in the penalty area, he'll probably stick it in the bottom corner, and that's what he did. It was a good goal. MUFCJ, Liverpool need a big rebuild in the summer. We do. We absolutely do, mate. Red Rebellion, I'm not blaming Virgil entirely, but the guy is no longer him. He is done. Well, he's not done. He's not done. He's still a very, very important part of the team. And he's still a very reliable defender, mate. If you put prime Maldini in that back four, he'd look exposed. It's not about one guy. I'm not saying Virgil van Dijk is what he was. He's not. He's 34, mate. He's getting on. Of course he's not going to be the same sort of player. But he's nowhere near done. To say that he's done is, I would say, a little bit silly. Maui, is your channel a hate watch channel or a Liverpool channel? Neither. Yeah, neither. I'm neither a hate watch channel nor a Liverpool channel. We're watching Celtic and Hearts right now, which is neither Liverpool nor hate watching, is it? So yeah, and that's the case with a lot of games. We did Bradford and Bolton the other day. Not a Liverpool game and not a hate watch. We do games every single day. City of Northville, it's a love watch channel. Love of football. That's it. I don't think there's one thing you can't really question about us here, can you? You can't really question we don't love football. We absolutely adore football. And we watch all different types of football matches. More than anyone else. So you can argue lots of different things. You can say, well, they shouldn't say this and they shouldn't say that. They shouldn't do this. Yeah, we love football. We watch football every day. The other fan channels, they're not watching Bradford and Bolton, are they? They're not watching Celtic and Hearts. It's not quite the same, but you know what I mean. They're not watching a nice variety. They won't be watching Egypt against Iran at 4 a.m. in the World Cup. Excellent defending again from Hearts. Wonderful defending down that left-hand side from Milne. Really good play. Thanks, Sarah. MUFC says nobody likes Arsenal, though it's only normal. You'd think there's a lot of Arsenal fans crying. A lot of Arsenal fans come in and have a cry. Maui real talk, though, is the Arsenal hate real or for clicks? Because it's hilarious but genuine. If it was for clicks, mate, I'd do a lot more Arsenal content, wouldn't I? If it was for clicks. And it's not hate. So, yeah, it's absolutely genuine, but it's not hate. City of Northville, I promise no other English channel will be watching Egypt v Iran at 4 o'clock. No, we'll be on our own on that one. Who's crying? Arsenal fans, mate. Sir, wasn't Maldini in the AC Milan side of 2005? Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, Maldini. Maldini was in there in 2005 and he conceded 3 goals in 6 minutes. Milne with the ball in. Shankland. Too easy. Over the bar. Thanks, Dan. Celtic now down the left-hand side. Good defending again from Hearts. They're playing it still a little bit cool, Hearts. They're not quite committing enough bodies forward that you'd look at it and think they're really having a go at Celtic. But they're also not quite standing off. They're not just sitting deep and inviting pressure yet. Derek McInnes has got a nice balance. Here's Benny Beningame. Strike. Wide, comfortably wide. Is right, Dan. Love it, mate. Celtic all the way back to Sinisalo. They don't want to leave gaps at the back. A point's good enough for Hearts. Yep. A 0-0, as frustrating as it would be for us, the watching neutrals, a 0-0 is perfectly good enough for Hearts. It secures them the league championship here. And they'll lift it at Parkhead as well. No more games. Imagine Hearts lifting it at Parkhead. Parkhead. Stay gold. Hey, Key and chat at work listening while I bake some bread. Thanks for the stream, Key. No worries, Stay gold. Lots of love. Really appreciate that, mate. You're baking some bread. What kind of bread? Baking some bread. Hopefully Hearts can replicate what we did last night. Well, it's going to take an awfully big, monstrous effort from Hearts, because Celtic, I'm sure, will push. They'll be very, very strong, particularly in the second half. If it stays like this, I think this is where Celtic can overwhelm them a little bit. But yeah, you're right. If it might well be that they hold out and they do, as you said, Swifty, like Notts County last night, 0-0. Sourdough and tomato basil miche. Have I pronounced that right? Miche, M-I-C-H-E. Can't say I've ever heard of that. I mean, I've heard of sourdough and tomato and basil, or basil. Basil. I don't know how you pronounce it wherever you're from. But I've never heard of miche. Or is it Mika? I don't know how you pronounce that. Scouser, I'm also listening in work as Lidl manager. Dan, baking bread. Is there enough for the starving chat? Make us a butty. Come on, you Heart, says Bryce. Didn't know you were a Lidl manager, Scouser. Look at that. We've got all varieties of people in the chats. We've got a marine biologist. We've got a forklift driver. And we've got a Lidl manager. The whole economic chain. Society would collapse if the Premier League dad chat was nuked. Swifty, we showed a resilience over the 2 playoff legs that we haven't shown all season. And that's it. It's got you to the final, hasn't it? That's the thing. It's going to be fascinating to see how County do now. Come on, Art. City of Northfield bread bakers, hooligans who work from home. Yeah, part-time hooligan. Aerospace, Dan. Really? Hey, check you out. Aerospace. Fascinating. I used to work in recruitment, so I've always kind of been fascinated by what people do for work. Hearts have got another player receiving treatment here. What are we saying? LFC Klopp, do you see City beating Bournemouth and Leeds beating Brighton this weekend for Liverpool to secure Champions League football? I think City will beat Bournemouth. Leeds don't need to beat Brighton. Brighton only need a point. And they're not getting Champions. Brighton aren't even in the Champions League race, mate. Brighton aren't in it. It's Bournemouth, and there's no way that Bournemouth will finish above Liverpool by winning both games. It's not happening. Giovanni, Celtic forever from Syracuse in Italy. Traffic management worker, nice, Josh. Dan says work for Airbus landing gears. You got an important job. Make sure you keep them wheels on the ground, mate, when they come down. City of Northfield, the fun world of corporate real estate. Oh, was that your gig? Corporate real estate. Nice. Yeah, I was recruitment and then advertising and all that sort of stuff for many years. Great pass. Oh. So yeah, always been fascinated. Mooch says, good afternoon from a mank living in I've never known how to pronounce this. There's a team called Polgon, isn't there? Polgon Szczecin. Szczecin? I'm going to say it's Szczecin. Polgon Szczecin. Oh, is it that? I don't know, though. From a mank living in Poland, anyway. And great to see you, mate. Dan says, I'm a gravedigger and bury any team that loses 4-2. Yeah, we do need burying, to be honest. Garbage. Bleach Demon, 3-star training for that one chance that the plane he's on needs a pilot, and I love it. Traffic Simulator. Goat Simulator. I've never understood them games. Neil Jagger, I'm from Midlothian and now live in Brighouse as a chef. Oh, love it. Yeah, one of my best mates is from Brighouse. Moochhound. Did I pronounce it right? James, evening from Sydney, Oz. Hope Hearts get up for the Aussie Devlin. Well, you've woke up early for this, haven't you then, mate? I'm sure. So, or is it, you're saying evening? Sydney? What time is it in Sydney? Time in Sydney, I would assume. It's early hours, isn't it? Is it not early hours? Celtic down the right-hand side. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, you're burning the midnight oil if you're watching this one. Good lad. Moochhound, good knowledge. Must be a footy manager player. I'm not a footy manager player, no, mate. This is what I do for a living. So I watch all different types of games, and I watch a game every single day. And when all the leagues stop, we end up scratching around for mad leagues to watch. So we've watched the Latvian league. We've done watchalongs for the Latvian league. We've done watchalongs in the Finnish league and the Polish league. Obviously, we've done a bit in the Ekstraklasa. So, yeah. And we know a bit. It's not just me, everyone in the chat. We've got a bunch of very knowledgeable football fans. City of Northville, if you play a game like Power Wash Simulator, but you stream it and make money from your streams, aren't you technically a professional power washer? I guess technically, maybe. Professional power washer via streaming. Jellyfish, there can't be a game on every day of the year. Oh yeah, every single day. Every single day. I can't promise they're all worldies. They're not all classics, but we've watched one. We've always watched one. You've got to think, like, some leagues don't run the same way that ours do. So, like, Norwegian League, for example, runs, I think, is it November to August or December to... They run a completely different window. So there's always, like, the Norwegian League. Some of the Scandinavian leagues run slightly different. Oxford fan Key, are you going to be doing the Saudi last day on Thursday? No. No, Thursday we've got... What game have we got Thursday, actually? Ooh. What game's on Thursday? Let me have a look. Thursday is... the 21st, right? Oh, it might... No, I think, isn't it the Bundesliga? Isn't it the Bundesliga relegation playoffs on Thursday? We might be doing the Bundesliga on Thursday. Joe, hi Key, have you seen we're signing Lamin Camara from Monaco? Must be a Tonali replacement. I haven't seen that, no, but Liverpool have been linked with him as well. 3-star, I was a joiner and could either hang a door the right way around and not back to front, with the letterbox not facing outwards when I was sober. I thought when you said you were a joiner, you just joined things, just randomly joined things. Benny Beningame, excellent play. Hearts over the top for Kabore to chase down, but it's out for a throw-in. Martin does second in the Scottish Prem, get Europa League playoff. Yes, I think so. I think I'm right in saying that. Yeah. I mean, even the champions, Hearts, if Hearts win, they've got to face a Champions League qualifier. So they don't get, they don't automatically qualify. No, it's, I think, first and second. So both of these will be in the Champions League qualifiers next year. Celtic strike, straight at goal. Easy for Swallow, that one. Martin says Hearts will be a problem in the next few years. It'll be a bigger problem if they get in the Europa League and Brighton are also in the Europa League, because Tony Bloom can't have two. Maddow says, what about an Indian game? That would be interesting. Yeah, we could do maybe the Indian Super League, the ISL. We could watch Kerala Blasters or something like that, couldn't we? Oxford fans is key on Thursday. It's Saudi or Belgian playoff. We'll have to find something. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Joe, I haven't heard much of him, but apparently he won the League One Young Player of the Year. He's he's very energetic. Watches. Very energetic. He's quite. What's the word? Leggy. I would call him. Reminds me a little bit of. Not Musa Sissoko, Momo Sissoko we used to have. Quite leggy. But Monaco have got a great reputation producing young players, and obviously Fabinho came out of there, Bernardo Silva came out of there. Not to mention obviously Mbappe and Henry, plenty of other players over the years, but yeah, they've got a good reputation for producing players, Monaco, and or not even just producing, developing, because sometimes they sign players, bring them in, and sell them on for much more. But developing players, they've got a great reputation for that. Celtic, big opportunity, edge of the box. Hearts just crowding them out. That's the problem for Celtic. They can't get the ball quickly enough into areas where they might be able to hurt Hearts. They're not moving it quickly enough. And it's a foul, and Johnston's been booked now. Nygren just couldn't quite move his feet quick enough, and yeah, Johnston just flew in there and took out, I think it was, who was it who he chopped down there? Was it Milne? Either way, Alistair Johnson booked. Yellow card for Celtic. Apparently, Xabi Alonso to become the new Chelsea manager. They no longer claim Mbappe. What about Mbappe getting booed the other day? Yo, how's it going, Razine? Sloppy play here. It's not been great so far from Celtic in terms of going forward, but that's because I think of how well Hearts are defending. You've got to give credit to where it's due. Hearts are defending very well, but then they've lost the ball there. Big moment. Excellent defending again. Midfielder getting back. I think it was Devlin got back and got a foot in there. Just as... I think it was Engels. Was it Engels who was advancing? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Kiziridis, actually. Kiziridis got back and got a touch to it. Excellent defending. Madhouse says, Adebayor was from tiny Togo. Any other Premier League player to come from a peculiar country? A peculiar country? I'm not sure about describing Togo as peculiar, but it's in terms of, let's say, countries we've not seen many players from. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Lots and lots of them. Think of maybe Saido Berahino from Burundi. There's not been too many from Burundi. Where's Benny Beningame from? Benny Beningame came out of Everton's academy. Strike from Hearts, over the bar. Not good. And I'm trying to think of who else. The United player, what was his name? The United player they signed who went on and had a decent career back in Spain. Manuccio. Manuccio was from Angola as well. Stay Gold making bacon and spinach soufflés now. Are you a chef, mate? Because you're making bread that we would never have. I don't think that sort of bread has ever landed in the northwest of England where I'm originally from. Far too posh for us, that kind of bread. And now you're making a bacon and spinach soufflé. I don't even know what a soufflé is. Dwight York, Trinidad and Tobago, yeah. Aubameyang from Gabon, yeah. Excellent play. Here's Kabore, Hearts. Oh, so unlucky. BBRF Sports. What are we saying? Opinion about Penrice. Penrice, is that the young lad who was... Isn't he in Greece now? I don't know, mate. I can't say I've got a strong opinion on him. I'm not a Hearts fan, neither a Celtic fan, to be absolutely clear. But there was a lad who played. Was he a centre back or was he a full back? No, he was a defender. LFC Klopp says, in my opinion, Xabi Alonso won't last in the Premier League. His style of play is the same as Slot, just playing a different formation. Fair enough. Quarter Warrior, Palacios and Figueroa from Honduras. Yeah. Yeah, there was quite a few from Honduras. Robbie Earl from Jamaica. We're all Hearts, aren't we, says Joe. Red Rebellion says we currently have 18 non-homegrown players and Shimikas was sent on loan. We need a fair few, don't we? We need a fair few English players coming in to make up the numbers at Liverpool. Keylor Navas, Costa Rica. Chef and bake occasionally. Nice. Love that stay gold. Fantastic. I meant somewhere like the Faroe Islands or Papua New Guinea. Well, Guinea's got Titi Camara. Titi Camara was from Guinea and Naby Keita was from Guinea. But if we're talking about like the smallest islands or the smallest places, I don't know. I'm trying to think of maybe places that would qualify. Stephen Colker ended up switching to Sierra Leone, didn't he? Remember him, ex-Liverpool. You can even have Hamza Chowdhury from Bangladesh. Bebe from Cape Verde, yeah. Bebe's another one. Joe says, Key, that song you put on TikTok is my favourite FIFA song of all time. Champion by Chevin. Absolute tune. Nice. Nice. You're recognising a pattern now. They're all classics from FIFA. Graham Duggan. Hey, guys, anyone know where to watch this game? Paramount Plus stream is down in the USA. I mean, we're watching it... Well, I'm watching it on Sky Sports here in the UK, mate, so I can't help you, I'm afraid, in terms of where in the US. Mark says, do you think the Premier League will go to the final day? Yes, I do, Mark. Yes. Do we think the Premier League will go to the final day, folks? Andy says Kusanov, Kazakhstan. Isn't he Uzbekistan? I thought he was Uzbekistan, Kusanov. Could be wrong. He might well be Kazakhstan. Hugo, bro, are you a Chelsea fan? I'm not, mate. No, I'm a Liverpool fan. I think this one might go behind. It is. It's going to be a Hearts corner. 4 minutes to half-time. Yeah, for me, it's very, very likely. Very, very likely that the title race and the relegation battle and the European race all goes down to the final day in the Premier League. And that's wonderful, isn't it? That's exactly what we want to see. Mkhitaryan from Armenia, correct. Graham says, I have a VPN but can't figure out where it's on in other countries. Sky Sports is the only one here in the UK, mate. Sorry. Edge of the box. All the way back. Finlay. Back out to the right-hand side. Hearts put the ball in. It's going to be another corner. Almiron from Paraguay. Thanks, mate. I'll try Sky Sports on my VPN. Cheers, mate. No worries, Graham. Yes. No problem at all, man. Oh, there you go. Bryce has just said it's on CBS. And if that's any help, it's on CBS in the US. Bryce is North America. What a ball in chance. It's there! It's far post and it's headed in. It's Lawrence Shankland again. It's 1-0 the Jam Tarts and the Jambos are on course for the title. Oh my goodness me. Parkhead falls silent. The Jam Tarts erupts. It's there. Derek McInnes is made up with that one. Couple of corners in quick succession. Ball whipped into the far post. Martin O'Neill very frustrated with the marking. And excellent ball in. Sinisalo's nowhere near it. It's so put. Again, the keeper just questionable. Both keepers, Sinisalo and Swallow at the other end, just not great. Oh, I'm sorry. You've got to get something on that. You've got to get something on that. And there he is, back stick. Lawrence Shanklin, bang, back header. We love it. 1-0 Hearts. Perfect timing. Yes, Reese. Luigi, I'm in the USA and can't watch it. CBS Paramount streaming is lacking. Sorry, Luigi. Well, listen, I can keep you updated, mate. I can't do much else for you, but lovely to have you anyway. Andy, Chelsea has a new young player joining in the summer called Dastan Satpayev. Yeah, we've watched him. He played against... Was it against Celtic or was it against... I can't remember. He played, I'm sure, against... Might have been against Celtic. Yeah, for Karabag, wasn't it? It was for Karabag. Totally unmarked, says Rob. Yeah. Has anybody seen on a permo? I've not seen on a permo for a couple of weeks, actually, no. It's going to get fired up now. Come on, the Jam Tarts. FC Kairat. Oh, it is. Sorry. Yes, Kairat. And he played against Inter. Yeah. Not Karabag. Love that Shanklin bloke, proper captain's performance. Yeah, he kind of embodies Hearts in many ways. And he's getting on as well, Shanklin. He's had a bit of a weird career, hasn't he? Because there's always been kind of noise about him and, you know, he's been prolific in Scotland, but there's always been question marks about whether or not he can sustain it, I guess. I remember him playing really well. He had a great start at Dundee, didn't he? Fantastic start at Dundee, and there was like Premier League sides buzzing around him and whatever. And he went to... Was it Holland? Was it Netherlands that he went to? He went abroad anyway, didn't he? He went abroad and he didn't quite work out as well as maybe it would have liked, and then yeah, he came back to Hearts and form on the fan reactions key. Cheers, man. Claim for a penalty and it's given. It's a it's a handball. We've had two. We're gonna get two in the last 5 minutes here. It's a handball. Derek McInnes absolutely raging at the fourth official. Kiziridis with a handball. Tierney with the cross. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not a handball. Come on. That's not handball. No, he's sliding. He's sliding. You can't be giving handball for that. You can't be giving handball for that. That is absolutely shocking. Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. Really frustrating that they were giving handball for that. There's probably going to be a VAR look at it, but I'm sorry. If a player's sliding, his natural body, he's going to put his arms out. It has to be chalked off this. I'm sorry. Is he going to have a look at it? Or is he giving it? What's happening? Has he given the penalty? No, he's given it. He's given it. It's a pen. It's a pen. Graham Duggan says that's a natural position. Not a pen. That's it. It's just not. I'm sorry. I don't think that's a penalty. I think Hearts have been done over here. The referee, I'm not sure that's a pen at all. I'm sorry. And I tell you what, if that one did, if the ref didn't give it, VAR wouldn't have give that. If the ref didn't give it, VAR 1,000,000% don't give that. The referee absolutely bottled it, says, was it? Not good enough. And now it's Engels. Arne Engels up against Swallow. How much does Celtic pay these refs, man? Luigi says, I've looked on CBS, it's showing the news, on Paramount Plus, and it's giving it... Sorry, mate, I can't help you, Luigi. Engels against Swallow. Celtic to equalise. There you go, it's 1-1. Keeper guessed right, but it went underneath Swallow, and Engels has equalised just as we head into half-time. The last kick of the half, pretty much. And Celtic have levelled it up. Wow. Wow. Madness. Swifty says he's a yard away. He's a yard away, and it's a natural body motion that, unless you're cutting arms off and cutting hands off, you're always going to get that. I'm sorry, that's really, really poor, that. We really need to have some sort of reform, some sort of have a look at the handball rule. Not just here in Scotland, the whole FIFA, the IFAB, they need to have a look at what the handball rule constitutes. Because I'm sorry, that shouldn't be handball. Nobody wants handball given for that. The guy's sliding in, he's a yard away, he's not looking at it, it's not intentional, he's not blocking, he's not making his body deliberately bigger, he's sliding, and his hand, it does hit his hand, there's no doubt it hits his hand, absolutely no doubt it hits his hand, but it's that, you can't say that anything that hits the hand is a handball. Hearts robbed week after week, says Swifty. Oracle says Claudio Braga to come on and score the winner. It might well be. He's on the bench. He's there waiting. Sorry, Luigi. Bryce says keeper will be upset he didn't save. That went under him. Oh, there you go. Graham, fellow USA guys, it's not on the normal CBS channel. It's on CBS Sport for me, channel 162 on the Dish Network. Well, there you go. Cheers, Graham. Thank you for our North American fans, watchers, whatever. You've got that there. Graham has pointed out. Andy says it should only be handball if you move your hand towards the ball. It's astonishing for me that that's a real kick in the stones for Hearts. At least this penalty clearly hit his hand. Well, yeah, fair question, fair shout. At least this one definitely hit the hand. Well, yep, fans will be fuming and neutrals. Everyone is pretty gutted, I think. Unless you're a Celtic fan, of course. But I just don't think in any world that's a penalty. I'm sorry. Yo, Welshwing, how are you going, mate? Have you got a quiz for us, Welsh? Before I dig into my quiz book, have you got a quiz for us? CGLFC says the state of the handball rule in football is in a dark space at the moment. And Graham Rodgers, was this one a real penalty? I mean, it hit his hand, mate, but I don't think any of us think it's a penalty. I really don't think any of us think it's a penalty. I've got to be honest. I don't want to see that given as a pen. I'm a neutral here. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd love Hearts to win, but I don't want them to win like against all sort of morality. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to be just that they win it at any cost. I think they've been hard done by there. And I think if you're a Celtic fan, even a Celtic fan, you'd be delighted with the fact that you're level. And that's fine. That's understandable. But I think even a Celtic fan would look at it and go, you don't want to see that given. You really don't want to see that given. 2 cheap penalties Celtic have got this week, says Tony. Might yet swing the title back to their favour. Andrew says 2 scam penalties in 3 days. Is no one else allowed to win the league? It hits his hand in a natural position. He's sliding. And we've seen that it's not just this game. It's every game. We're seeing it now. There's handballs. And nobody knows what the handball rule is. Nobody has a clue what the handball rule is. There's not, and there is just no world where that's a penalty for me. Well, Rob disagrees. There you go. Rob says it's a penalty. Why do you think it's a pen, Rob? I'd be fascinated to understand why you think that is a penalty. My argument for why it isn't is that he's sliding. His hand is in a natural position for when he's sliding. He's not moved his hand to the ball. He's not made his body naturally bigger. There's no intent. And he's a yard away. He's a yard away from that. It's just not a penalty for me. Just not a penalty at all for me. Ian says it was a handball. It's been given most weeks. I disagree, mate. I don't think if it hits the hand, it's a penalty. Just because it hits the hand, it's not a penalty. I don't think that's how it works. Keys and Mackham. Rob's a Celtic fan. Apologies, Rob. Okay, I understand then now. Right. Oh, this is a good question from Welsh. Here we go. Hang on. Let me put it up on the screen. Welsh Wings quiz. So, right, there you go. Let me just get rid of the chat. There you go. Right, top 15 goal scorers under Martin O'Neill in his career. Right, Agbonlahor and Heskey are both 6, you're saying? Hang on. Agbonlahor and 6. Who's... Cotty is 10th. Tony Cotty, 10th. Heskey, Agbonlahor was 6th, you said. But you've also said Heskey's 6th. Henrik Larsson is 1st. No surprise there. Henrik Larsson is 1st. The top 15 goal scorers under Martin O'Neill's in his managerial career. Henrik Larsson's 1st. Tony Cotty 10th. Emil Heskey and Agbonlahor, I don't know. Young is 9th. Ashley Young is 9th. John Carew, Neil Lennon, Muzzy is it? Yeah, Muzzy is it, possibly. Niall Quinn. Hendry for Villa, yeah, could be Lee Hendry. Not Robbie Savage. Graham says the refs have already made their plans for the Celtic parade. They don't want to mess them up. Hartson is 2nd. That's not really a surprise. I should have got John Hartson. Chris Sutton. Chris Sutton was at Celtic for a while under Martin O'Neill, wasn't he? What about Chris Sutton? I bet Chris Sutton's up there. Steve Claridge is a great shout. Petrov is 4th. Stilian Petrov. Like that shout. Okay. Chris Sutton. Thompson. Yes. Thompson was a really, really good midfielder for Celtic. Emil Heskey we've already got, mate. Heskey we've got. Robbie Keane. Did Robbie Keane play under Martin O'Neill for that long? Gareth Barry. Julian Joachim. John Carew. Neil Lennon. Thompson is 8th. Carew. Claridge. Carew's 7th. Okay, not Chris Sutton. Graham Rogers, can we just finally admit that there is corruption in football? I don't think that's corruption. I think it's a bad decision. I think what we're seeing, mate, is human error. And we see that a lot in football. I think it's human error. I don't think that's corruption. I mean, I'd be interested to hear what you guys think. Do you think that what Graham's saying there, can we admit there's corruption in football? Do we think there's corruption in terms of actually influencing games on the pitch? There might well be corruption in terms of what happened in Italy, the Calcio scandal, where they, selectively chose referees who were maybe a little bit more favourable to some teams than others, like Juventus, sort of subtly got a referee that they know liked them. Things like that. But that doesn't necessarily imply that the referee then made horrendous decisions in their favour. Maybe. Milan Barros. Elliott is 12th. Matty Elliott is 12th. Barry is 11th. Okay. Barry is 11th. It's not Dublin. Okay. Didier Agathe. Didier Agathe, I like. I like that shout. Bobo Balde. Bobo Balde. What a player he was. Sven Renton says Celtic are having the championship. Well, so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 11 out of 15. Sutton is there. Okay. I did say Chris Sutton not there. That's astonishing. Chris Sutton is third. Okay. Andy Townsend. Have you said Neil Lennon? Neil Lennon's got to be there. He played under Martin O'Neill at Leicester and at Celtic, didn't he? I'd be astonished if Neil Lennon's not there. Balde's 15th. I can't believe Bobo Balde's there. No way. Bobo Balde. We got it. Snuck one in. So far, we've got Balde, Sutton, Barry. Balde, Sutton, Gareth Barry, Matty Elliott, John Carew, Thompson, Petrov, Hartson, Heskey, Young, Larson, Agbonlahor, and Cotty. Graham says, if it was just human error, smaller teams would get an equal rub of the green. They don't. No one thinks it was a pen against Motherwell, except for Celtic fans after 10 points. But hang on a minute. Smaller teams do get the rub of the green. There's absolutely been times where, clubs who aren't, let's say, lower down, they have got beneficial decisions against big clubs. They absolutely have. That's happened loads of times. The reason that we only remember the ones are it's usually been the games where it's been like high profile, high consequence. And plus, generally speaking as well, if you just think of it on a statistical likelihood basis, Celtic, sort of, Liverpool, Man United, whoever, Man City, these teams are going to be in the penalty area far more than Livingston, Everton. So, they're going to get more chances to get robbed. So therefore, they're a lot more high-profile decisions are generally the ones that we look at and that we focus on. But absolutely, there's been decisions where Everton have robbed Liverpool and vice versa. Is it one left key? It's not one left. No, I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 left. 2 left. Two left I've got. Dwight York. Don't think Dwight York played under him at Villa, did he? Dion Dublin. Paul Lambert. Who else have we got left, Welsh? Give us the final answers, mate. So far, we have got Balde, Sutton, Barry, Elliott, Carew, Thompson, Petrov, Hartson, Heskey, Young, Larson, Agbonlahor, and Cotty. Who else? Very close to the second half kicking off. If it's 1-1 late in the game, they'll get another pen. We've still not got Neil Lennon. Lennon was 13th and Izzet is 14th. Okay. Muzzy Izzet was there and Neil Lennon. Excellent. Love that. Good quiz, that, Welsh. Excellent quiz. So there you go. So it's Larson, Hartson, Sutton, Petrov, Heskey, Agbonlahor, Carew, Young, Thompson, Cotty, Barry, Elliott, Lennon, Izzet, Balde. That's the top 15 goal scorers under Martin O'Neill in his entire managerial career. Excellent quiz, that, Welsh. Really appreciate it, as always. Excellent stuff. Red Rebellion Hearts are surely going to come out blazing in the second half. We hope so. Welsh made up for last night. Hey, that wasn't your fault, mate. That wasn't your fault. That happens. But yeah, good quiz. Very good quiz. Always appreciated. Thank you very much, Welsh. Great quiz, but Nigel is missing. Nigel might well overtake a few of them. Tough one, but interesting quiz. Love it. HB says, hope Hearts do it, man. I think a lot of us are rooting for Hearts. There's a lot of us rooting for Hearts, but I also don't want to frame that as I'm really gutted and like if Celtic win the league, they'll have deserved it on the balance of play. But Hearts, I really want to see. I really, really want to see him win it. It'd be nice for football, wouldn't it? The grader, Liverpool suck balls this season. I don't think you're going to find many disagree with that, mate. Darmesh says, what about Henrik Larsson? He was number one. Yeah, he was number one in the list. Come on, Celtic, says Tony Peters. But still, whether or not it's deserved or not is another question. But was it actually a penalty? That's the ultimate question that we're going to be chatting about here. And it feels like that's... I just don't get the handball rule. The handball rule is a joke. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. I wonder what Scott Brown's saying about it there. Scott Brown, Boyd, having a chat in the studio. Just don't see a world which you can give that. Well, here we go. Players are back out. Iheanacho coming on. Celtic are going for it. Martin O'Neill making a positive change. The man who scored the the winning penalty at Fir Park the other day. Kelechi Iheanacho comes on for Tunekti. Tunekti's been a little bit... He's not really been involved in this half, I've got to say. The first half, it wasn't really his. So, Iheanacho comes on. Weeky, yes, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. I absolutely agree. Yeah, not a great performance yesterday, but absolutely slot in still. Dan says, don't understand why there was no VAR check. Nor I. Right, big 45 minutes about to get underway at Parkhead. Here we go. Celtic, get us underway. Julius, it was never a penalty. Graham says, did they announce that Slot is staying? No, they didn't announce that Slot is staying, but again, they never would. They never do anything like that, do they? I don't think there's not going to be an announcement from the club to say that, the manager's staying. I think at the point we decide as a football club that the fans know better than the board, I think we've lost all semblance of reality. That's when I'll really start to worry about Liverpool Football Club. If we start bowing to ridiculous fan pressure, I'll be honest, I think that's a real problem for Liverpool. Mitch says, what do you think of LFC Owen? I don't know him. I don't know him. Welshring, do you think Barca will sign Rashford to replace Lewandowski? No, I think he's going back United. Rashford, sorry. Graham, was that just slot clickbait I saw? Probably. Yeah, probably. It's how a lot of them channels kind of thrive, isn't it? They'll post a thumbnail with someone going like that. And it'll be like, can't believe Liverpool make a breaking announcement on Arne Slot. And you click on it and it's like, yeah, they've not really said anything, but, it'd be cool if they did. Some people carve a 45-minute video out of that. Andy says, not a penalty for me. He's not moving his hand towards the ball. Nothing he could have done. Exactly. Wilster, never a pen that he's sliding. His clear intent is to kick the ball, and who the hell slides in with their hands by their sides like a torpedo? Plus the ball's going 80 miles an hour over 1 metre. That's it. Madness. Celtic play the ball all the way back. Trusty, back to Sinisalo. Britbrov says, don't Barca have to sign Rashford due to how the loan deal was? I don't think so, no. I think it was optional. I could be wrong. Hang on, let me have a look. I don't think so. Yeah, so Marcus Rashford's loan deal with Barcelona includes an option to make the transfer permanent for £26 million if it is triggered by June the 15th. Rashford has expressed his desire to stay at the club and has got 14 goals and 14 assists in 48 appearances this season. It's been a very good season for him in terms of numbers, hasn't he? He's done all right. 28 in 48 has not been a bad number, especially when you consider he's been on the bench a lot of that. And 26 million seems cheap, I'll be honest. I'd be dead honest. I think I'd rather Marcus Rashford at Liverpool than what we've got. Oh, that's naughty. I think he's gone down. He's going to be off. He's going to be going off. Yeah, Benny Beningame. I think that's him done. It's not a red card, by the way. I think the player's gone down untouched. I think it's a bad one. Looks like an ACL. You could just see how he landed. He landed slightly awkwardly there, Benny Beningame. Nobody around him. It's always bad when a player goes down like that with no one around him. Oh, yeah. Back of his left knee. Oh, it might be his calf. Maybe it's his calf, actually. Could be his calf. Hopefully it is his calf, actually, rather than his knee, because that's a much easier thing to come back from. Former Everton Academy prospect, Benny Beningame. Yeah. Hammy or ACL, he's out, he just fell. Well, he's gone down, so now they're going to have to replace Benny Beningame. Who can Hearts bring on? They've yet to make a change. Oh, no, they have. They brought Kent on, didn't they, at half-time? I didn't see that. I saw Iheanacho come on. I didn't see Kent come on. Kent has come on for Altena. So they've already changed one. Same as Celtic. Frankie Kent coming on. Bit more experience at the back. Obviously scored against Falkirk the other day, didn't he, Frankie Kent? And it's going to be a change in midfield now for Hearts. Beningame to come off. Who did he bring on? He's walking off. That's always a good sign. I mean, he looks a little bit heartbroken. He looks gutted that he's got to come off in such a big game. But you have to wonder whether or not... I don't know. Is it Chesnikov, maybe? Is it Chesnikov they bring on? Oh, Spittle. Blur Spittle's coming on. Again, bit more experience in that midfield. Maddow says, Key, can you see United having a better squad than Liverpool next season? Yes. Yeah. Graham says, if there's no corruption, explain Villa 18% first half possession against Spurs and no changes at half time. Against Liverpool, play like Brazil. Suspicious, surely. Why is that suspicious? They changed a load of players. Villa. That's not corruption. Villa rested a load of players so that they could go strong against Nottingham Forest, and it worked, didn't it? They went and battered Forest. And then Liverpool, they're trying to keep players fresh for the Europa League final next week. They'll rest a lot of players against City, I would imagine. Although no, because that's after the Europa final, isn't it? Thanks for the honesty, Key. Yeah, I only know one way to be, mate. You know that. I'm not saying they will have one, but I could see it happening. %18 is unheard of. I know, but mate, did you see who they put out? Did you see the Villa side that they had out that game? It was much changed. They basically changed their entire back four. Celtic up the touchline. Still suits Hearts, this scoreline. The pressure's very much still on Celtic here. They have to go and get a second. As much as it's frustrating, it favours Celtic. I think if you'd have offered Celtic, you've got to beat Hearts with 40 minutes left to go. It's 1-1. You got 40 minutes left. They'd have taken this, wouldn't they? They'd have taken it. Red Rebellion, I am not taking that United squad over ours. Sorry, Key. That's not what he asked. That isn't what he asked. What he asked is, can you see United having a better squad than Liverpool next season? And I said, yes, I think I can see that happening. But again, United are going to change 7 or 8 players. Liverpool are going to change 7 or 8 players. So yeah, it absolutely can happen. Depends if Liverpool do change those players and who we change them for. Oh, Liverpool have shown a tendency to sign players who are going to be young, maybe better in 3, 4, 5 years' time. We're not necessarily signing players for right now, whereas United are. United are going signing players like Cunha and Mbermo, and we're going out and signing players like Leone and Kirkes and Verge and Rio Engamoa. These aren't players for now. What's your prediction for the FA Cup final? City win. Hearts free kick here. Celtic holding a good line. 54 minutes gone. I think he might be having a go here, Kizirides. And he was. And it was a bad decision. It's a good free kick in a great spot. Absolutely agree, mate, but wasn't a great effort. Depends on the ins and outs for both clubs. Exactly, yeah. So it's a pointless question and a pointless answer, really, isn't it? Because it's all very much dependent. If you'd have said, Key, can you see United having a better side than Liverpool next year, a better squad? The answer is yes, and it's no, because we don't know. There's going to be a third of both squads changing in the summer, so it's kind of too early to ask. If you hit the target, you've got to go... Sorry, if you're going to go for it, you've got to hit the target, says Graham. Absolutely right. Jellyfish says, mate, we'll sign players and be even stronger than you now with our basic squad, and you've not had 2 games a week in ages. Well, we have had 2 games a week for all season, and that's the reason why we have so many injuries, mate. And you've had none of that. That's why you've not really got any. Graham Key, is this a different channel from your normal one? It's not, mate. No, this is my normal channel. Why'd you ask? Afternoon, Oliverian. How are you going, sir? It's going to be a corner to Celtic. Member Life, good montage of your tears when Arsenal lift the Prem in 2 weeks, mate. Well, hey. Fair play to him. Graham, because I thought I was already subscribed. Shocked I hadn't got it done. Shame on me. Exactly. Shame on you. But great to see you, mate. I'm fantastic. Really appreciate you doing that. Far post. Hearts clearing away. Celtic back in. It's going to be another corner. Scales wins it. Marcus Lander, did you ever play footy, Key? What position? I did play footy, mate, but not to a A level. Oh, another claim for handball. Behave yourself. That's never a pen. Thank God. I'm always questioning now whether they're actually going to give it or not. Yeah, I didn't play it to any sort of, like, standard. But I did play to a reasonable level, let's say. To a level where, you're training and you yeah. I played till I was a grown man anyway. Training and whatever. Did you ever play footy? I played left back and centre mid. Left back in the changing room. But yeah, no, left back and centre mid. I could pass. I wasn't the quickest, but I'd work my socks off. I was always one of the hardest working. Great pass. Hearts. Sinisalo. What are you doing, lad? Oh! Worst Prem winner year. First would be the VAR year and second COVID season. Right, it's another foul and another yellow card coming out here. Who's been brought down? Kiziridis again. And it's going to be a yellow card for... Who is it? Is it Engels? Great pass that from Shankland. Excellent pass. Ooh, yeah, there was a little bit of a stamp there, wasn't there, on Engels? But yeah, Kiziridis down again, doesn't look great. And might be another enforced change for Hearts. Graham, that was a wild sequence there. I thought they had a chance. It's looking likely that Hearts are going to have to make another change. Engels is asking for a red card, for the stamp. Let's see, was this a handball? Behave yourself, handball. Rodri and Marmoush start later. Fair enough. That's good news for City. North End Views. Did you ever watch that old Wayne Rooney street skill show thing? I did, yes. A lad I used to play football with won it, actually. There's a lad called River Cass. He was in my school, and we used to play footy with us because he was a couple of years younger than us, but he was a very good player, and he won Wayne Rooney's street soccer or street striker. Yeah, River Cass. He used to play footy with us, and he played for my club side as well. It's another Celtic corner. .30 to go. Luke says, do you remember Rio's prank show? I would never choose to watch anything with Rio Ferdinand, I'll be honest with you. I don't find the man in any way entertaining, enlightening. I think he was a very, very good centre-back. He was a very good centre-back. But the same way I wouldn't watch anything really with John Terry. Just don't really find him that appealing. Morally questionable. Member life, is McAllister finished, mate? DePool need a whole new midfield. We don't need a whole new midfield, but we do need a few. We definitely need a couple in there, 2 or 3. Michael Pounce, who are we wanting to win? For me, I would want to see Hearts get at least a point today. But I'm a neutral, mate. I don't really. It's not that I don't care, but I'm not. But if Celtic win the league, then fair play to Celtic. Well done. I've got nothing against Celtic. I'm not really a fan of anyone in the Scottish League. Livingston is probably the closest team that I really like. Graham says, so if we're all lucky enough to see Arsenal drop points, which game do you think they're more likely to do it? Burnley at home or Palace away? Burnley at home. Yeah. Burnley at home. I wouldn't rule out Palace away, but Burnley at home. FC26, are you doing the City-Chelsea watch-along? I am indeed, mate, yes. Red Rebellion, watch Jellyfish next season ranting for Carrick to be sacked. You heard it first here. Let's see. James Forrest has come on for Hyung. If Hearts draw, do they win the league? Yes, a draw is enough for Hearts. Wahaha says Hearts need at least another goal. They score very late all the time, even dodgy ones. And Yao Barima, who will win the Prem next season? Depends entirely on the summer. At this moment in time, I would say it's again just going to be between City and Arsenal. I don't see anyone else really competing with them next season. Michael, if Celtic win from where they were, it'd be pretty crazy losing all those games under Wilfried Nancy. Yeah, that's it. And this is why Martin O'Neill deserves immense credit, doesn't he? He's a fabulous manager, Martin O'Neill. 72. Getting on, but a real football man. Oliverian, watch the Arsenal fans turn up for the stream later. They'll come in and have the say, won't they, as they always do. It's all good. What a ball that is. Hearts, Sinisalo comes out quick off his line. He had to be there. Hearts were in. Celtic was still Celtic 1, Hearts 1. Cheers, FC26. Appreciate that, man. Good ball forward. Celtic intercept it. Great drive forward, that. Celtic down the left-hand side. Dyson Maeda. Great ball in. Far post. It's out on the far side for the throw into Hearts. Graham says, come on City, put the screws to Chelsea. And 3-star, come on the Jam Tarts. No better place to win the league than in Celtic's backyard. Aki says, what's your Chelsea v Spurs predictions? Well, we're going to be live on that night for Bournemouth against Man City. Now, one game kicks off at 7:30, one game kicks off at 8:15. So what we're going to do is watch City against Bournemouth, or Bournemouth against City, and then switch over to the Spurs and Chelsea game. Panoski, watching from Greece. Best stream covering the match. Cheers. Cheers, Panoski. Thanks very much, mate. Appreciate you. Make sure you've hit like and subscribe if you've not already. Rob says also a romantic end for O'Neill. Is he staying for next season? At 72 years of age, I do question whether he's got the drive for it. It's a really, really difficult job to keep going and keep going and keep going. And, you know, he's come back out of retirement to do this for Celtic. And if he comes back and wins the league, again, it just cements what a legend he is at the club and what a fabulous manager he's been. Not just for Celtic, but for Leicester City as well. And at Villa, he was a very, very good manager. And a fabulous player as well for Nottingham Forest. But 72 years of age, have you got the appetite to keep going at a big club like Celtic, Champions League nights, the pressure that comes with it, the pressure to go again and win next year? Because that's the thing, you can't win it this year and then next year you bottle it. He's going to want to change the team. How eager are Celtic's ownership going to be to give Martin O'Neill the keys to the safe when they know he's 72? He probably isn't going to be there at the club in 2-3 years' time. So it's difficult, isn't it? It's really difficult. I'd like to see O'Neill stay, but whether he will or not is another question. United Football says, I really want to see it, but realistically, Arsenal aren't dropping points in their final 2 games. Hey, don't count your chickens, mate, I'm telling you. Oliverian Key is one of them streamers who is fair to all teams, which is rare. Unless it's Everton or United. Rob, would be hilarious if City were to draw and Chelsea and Spurs wallow in misery at Arsenal's title. Jellyfish, you have to be the first to win. We've been 13 times. Chance. Oh, unlucky over the bar. Again, Celtic pushing forward. I think it was Maeda at the back stick again. Look at Martin O'Neill's headering it in himself. He's there at the back stick. And now it's another 3 changes. 3 changes for Hearts. And it's going to be Chesnikov, Who else is it? It's definitely Chesnikov and Braga. Who else is it? Who else is coming on? Chesnikov, Braga. Oh, and Forrest. Forrest is coming on. Neil says, Key, how similar do you think this position is to that of York and Rochdale about a month ago? It is, isn't it? It's very similar in that sense. Both teams kind of reluctant to push forward too much. And just give away that. Yeah, it's tough. Hearts won't want to concede too much ground in midfield. They'll want to try and get a foot on the ball. And I think Chesnikov coming on here for Milne, Forrest for Kizaridis, who just went down a few minutes ago, injured. And now Kabore's just gone down injured. Braga's coming on. It's been a long season for Hearts. A few of these players are dropping. A few of these players have got, Beningami's gone off now with an injury. We've seen Kabore just go down, Kizaridis go down. It might just be tired legs for Hearts. Tired legs, tired minds. They've got 25 minutes to go at the hardest place to go in Scottish football, you might add. So, it's tough. It's going to be really tough. Is that two Forrests on the pitch at the same time? Kieran, Coventry fan, younger brother Forrest to upset his older brother who plays for Celtic. Wonder how they'll be after the match. Well, Hearts immediately pushing. Trusty getting the ball away. Do you know Scouse? I do know Scouse GK, yeah. Great play down the right-hand side. That excellent play from Chesnikov. And Trusty just about cleared it away. Excellent stuff. Oracle says Hearts are going to win this later in the game. Well, Spittle's going to launch the ball in. Long throw. Headed away. Back to Spittle. It's going to be another throw. Long opportunity to put the ball back in. Graham, 20 minutes to history, folks. Let's go, Hearts. Let's go, Hearts. Back out to Chesnikov. Dyson Maeda does really, really good defensive work there and clears the ball up the pitch. An excellent play from Iheanacho with a spin. But there's the Hearts defence again. Back at it where they need them to be. And it's back with Swallow. Chesnikov now starting to occupy that right-hand side a little bit more. He's very, very wide. I thought he might be a bit more tucked in, given that they've lost Beningami and obviously Kabore's gone off. Kizaridis has gone off. I thought he might be a bit more tucked in just to give them an extra body in the middle of the park and try and keep hold of the ball a bit more. But it's a positive change from Derek McInnes. He's not sitting back. Celtic chance, good block again from Hearts. An excellent play to come out of it. Oh, very, very good play that. And it's going to be a throw in to... It's going to be a throw in, isn't it, to Hearts, that one? It is, throw in to Hearts. Neil says, Key, when the game is over, can you play The Winner Takes It All? It just seems fitting for this position. Should we do a little ABBA sing-song at the end of the game? FC26, Key, try this game called Contextinho. It's a good footy game. I'll have a look into it, mate. Thank you. Mr. Al-Shamari says, Hearts have been top of the league since September. It would be very harsh if they don't win it. Like that. That can be our pinned comment. Love that, Mr. Al-Shamari. Rodri starts. Marmoush also starts. Long throw forward from Hearts. Again, pumped clear by Scales. Here's Braga. Whoever wins, honestly, imagine whoever scores the winner in this game, even if it's just a 1-1 draw, but if there's a late winner in this game, oh my God, potential statue, especially if it's Claudio Braga. Claudio Braga scores, there is a statue coming his way. Celtic about to make 2 more changes. And I think it's going to be Srirachi and possibly, is it Ralston maybe? Srirachi's definitely coming on. You did Oliverian, yeah. Marmoush and Rodri both starting. Too easy that, out for a goal kick. Celtic running out of time. Well, in the Premier League, who would it be? Any team to win the treble other than Liverpool. I mean, whoever it would be unbearable. They would be unbearable. They would become unbearable. Like, if it was Brentford, who, you know, you've got to respect Brentford and Bournemouth and Brighton and the way they've operated as football clubs to get where they are. It's Osmond and Srirachi it is for Trusty. And who else has come on? Couple of changes for Celtic. Yeah, whoever it was would be unbearable. And I don't think there's anyone really that I would love to win a treble more than Liverpool. So I don't really care. I would say maybe Bournemouth, I guess. Reece James starts for Chelsea. Celtic, there you go. Goals by substitutes in the league this season. Celtic have got 16. Hearts have got just 9. No team has had more goals from substitutes than Celtic this season. Iheanacho, great ball forward. Celtic 1-on-1 here. Oh, it's dreadful play. Needed to find the pass there. Really, really needed to find the pass. Not good enough. Red Rebellion, what are we saying? Northern Views, there won't be a pitch invasion. Celtic win nearly practically every year. Grader says, up the Toffees. Up the Toffees. You think you're beating Spurs final day? Everton not quite making Europe this year. Very close though. David Moyes has done a good job, hasn't he? He's done a very good job this year. Long ball forward. Hearts win the header. He's been an absolute colossus at the back for Hearts. That's all the changes, isn't it, for Hearts now? They've brought Braga, Chesnikov, Forrest, Spittle and Kent. They've all come on. Osmond came on for Trusty, by the way. Srirachi came on for Kieran Tierney. And obviously Forrest, the other Forrest, came on for Yang Kyun-jun. And Iheanacho came on for Tinekti. Celtic down the left-hand side. It's going to be another corner, is it? Yes, another corner. Tony says, Key, is Ox on yet? He'll get the winner. Oxlade-Chamberlain is not on, but I'd be surprised if he doesn't come on in the last 15. You can't really... You're not going to get too many more experienced match winners than Oxlade-Chamberlain, and he can give you 15 minutes, can't he? Far post, Iheanacho heads it back in. Celtic, it's all scrappy, scrambling, kept in. It's going to be a goal kick, is it? No? Foul, free kick? No, just in the goalkeeper's hands. FC26, I've got a question for you, Key. I have the answer, but how many trophies has Klopp ever won with Liverpool? If we're just talking about any trophies, we're talking Charity Shields and the Super Cup, Club World Cup, Champions League. Strike, Celtic! Oh, that was the moment right there. Still a chance, claim for a free kick, and they've got one. And it is a yellow card. Engels was about to pull the trigger. And he was chopped down from behind. That was the moment there for Celtic. Excellent play. Dyson Maeda down the left-hand side. Pulled the ball back. And it just opened. For a minute there, it just opened up. And Engels had to do better. He had to do better. But Devlin took down Engels just as he was about to strike. But now they've got a free kick, Celtic. Bang on the edge of the box. Nygren's over it. Yeah, in terms of how many trophies Liverpool won under Klopp, total. I don't know. 10? 10? Maybe? Super Cup, League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League, Super Cup, Club World Cup. 9 or 10? I don't know. I don't know if you're counting Charity Shields and everything. Or the Sports Pacer Cup like Everton won. Dive that. It was a dive. But it's a free kick edge of the box for Celtic. Swallow's got to keep this one out. Strike. Oh, I thought that was in for a minute there. Engels with a strike. He caught it nicely. Oh, it was comfortably wide in the end. Rob says Iheanacho's been the most composed on the pitch today. Best I've seen of him for ages. Yeah, only speaking, isn't he? Oh, that's a big chance. Hearts are in. Hit it. Strike. Easy. Straight at Sinisalo. Got to do better there. Got to do better. Lower. I don't know then, maybe 8, 9. Iheanacho, strike! Off the post! That was the moment! Oh, yes. Just as we were praising Iheanacho, we said what a fabulous player he's been today since he's come on at half-time. Absolutely brilliant turn. And he just gets the ball out of his feet, curves it outside of the left foot. Inside of the left foot, rather. And beyond the dive of Swallow. And now Celtic really starting to ramp up the pressure. Hearts are hanging on. 10 minutes to go plus injury time. Mr. Al-Shamari, never thought I'd see the day when the Scottish Premier League is more exciting than the English Premier League. Chance! Oh, what a save! Again, big save. Nygren with a chance. Swallow, bit of a Hollywood save, bit of a camera save. It was straight at him, but he tips it over for a corner. Edge of the box. Great ball in. It's going to be a goal kick. Yeah. Goal kick Hearts. Graham Duggan, if it's tied, they'll add on 17 minutes minimum. Celtic will be given a pen. It's a great chance, that, wasn't it? Fabulous chance. Martin O'Neill, he was already celebrating. He had one hand on the trophy there, didn't he, Martin O'Neill? Come on, chat. Let's stay on topic. Let's be friends. It's all good. It's all banter. Let's enjoy the game in the FA Cup. It's a Saturday for football. Less of the arguing. Claudio Braga can't get through. Excellent play from Celtic. Tried to do the nutmeg and it's gone out for a throw-in. I don't even know, says Celtic are going to win here. Game has turned into pure cinema, says North End. Cherky only on the bench for City, yeah. Is Haaland only on the bench as well? Vampy, have you got any team news from the FA Cup final, Key? Any surprises? I have, mate. Yes, I'll share it with you in a minute. Dyson Maeda. Chance for Celtic. Oh, big deflection. And a goal kick Osman, it's so close there. Dyson Maeda with a cross-come shot, I guess. Oh, it was very near. Very, very near. Haaland starts. Okay. Hang on, let me get the team news up for you, mate, and we'll go through it. Celtic have been the better team today, says Welchwing. I can't really deny that, to be honest. I think it'd have been offside if it had gone in. If it had gone in. Graham, hard to root against the team when I really want to see Hearts win. It's hard, really, for, I think, given the way that Celtic scored their equaliser. As much as Celtic have been the better side in the second half, I'll say this. Celtic have been the better side in the second half, but that penalty decision for me is a real problem. It's a real problem. And Hearts will and can feel very hard done by. If they don't win this, they can and should feel very hard done by. Because I don't think it was a penalty. But Celtic have certainly been the better side. There's no question about that. Tony Kelly, I think Martin O'Neill is liked by more than Celtic fans, as was Walter Smith, both proper football men. I like Martin O'Neill. Yeah, I have no problem with Martin O'Neill. Gavin O'Hagan, Nancy is the reason we're in this situation. And it would be a hell of a turnaround, wouldn't it? If Celtic managed to get the title from where they were. Fabulous. Aye, Wallace, it'd be so hard on Hearts to lose this now. I don't even know, by the way, your overlay is beautiful. Oh, love that. Love that. Very kind of you, mate. We've worked hard on it. Robbo says, Robo Neuer, sorry. Hasn't that handball been given all season, though? I mean, no, I don't think it has. I think there's been plenty of times where the ball's hit the hand in the area and a penalty hasn't been given. I mean, I can't speak about every game in the Scottish Football League, but, certainly from a IFAB football point of view, it feels like in the Champions League, a handball, if it hits the hand, no matter how it hits the hand, it's a penalty. As we saw with the Dembele incident for PSG. And a couple of the handballs for Arsenal and Atletico Madrid as well. I don't think either of them were penalties for what it's worth. But they got given. So yeah, handball in the Champions League is a little bit more binary. If it hits your hand, however it hits your hand, it's a penalty. Whereas in the Premier League and club football generally, it's not quite like that. Claudio Braga wins it. Sinisalo. Oh, I tell you what. Sinisalo, lucky boy, comes diving out, doesn't get any of the ball. And Braga won it, but just couldn't quite regather. I don't even know, says, looking back at the penalty, I look back to Newcastle v Arsenal. Gabriel slides, it hits his hand, it's not a penalty, so why should it be here? This is it, many, many times that's happened. I think if you're sliding for the ball, your hands will naturally come up. He's not made himself deliberately bigger. He's not intentionally moved his hand towards the ball. He's like at less than a yard away when he hits it. I don't believe that's a penalty. I really don't think that's a penalty. So Hearts can absolutely feel hard done by if Celtic go on to win this. But at the same time, Celtic have been the better side. Corner for Hearts. 5 minutes plus added time to go. Whipped in. Punched away by Sinisalo. Chance! Gotta hit it! Oh! That was another big chance for Hearts. Oh, that was the moment right there. Kingsley with the effort. Sliced it a little bit. Probably not the player you would have wanted to hit it. Mr. Al-Shamari, who do you want to winky? I mean, that reaction then might have given the game away a little bit. I haven't got an issue with Celtic. If Celtic win it, they've deserved it. Fair play to them. I think the whole football world, who aren't Celtic fans, are kind of rooting a little bit for Hearts, aren't they? A little bit. Just for a change. We all want to see the first non-Celtic Rangers side to win the Scottish League since Aberdeen in 1985. And it would be a bit of a fairy tale for Derek McInnes and Hearts. 66 years since they won the league. So it'd be a real fairy tale, a real football story if they were to win. Here's Srirachi. Excellent play. Celtic, big chance. Good ball. Maeda, it's there. It's going to count. Oh, it's offside. Oh, it's offside. Dyson Maeda puts it in. The flag's up. There's going to be a check. It looked like a wonderful Celtic move. 87 minutes on the clock. That would have been a heartbreaker. There's going to be a check. There is going to be a check. It's a fabulous, fabulous ball in. Really, really good football. I don't know who he is offside. Yeah, Dyson Maeda's offside. Oh, actually, he's not. No. I mean, he is involved in the second phase of play. I do wonder if this one's going to get chalked off. He's not offside when the first ball gets played, but he is on the second. He's not offside on that first pass. He's not offside on that first pass. That one might count. It might count. It might count. I think this one's going to stand. I think it's going to stand. Oh. Still no decision just yet. I think it's going to stand. He is offside. Dyson Maeda is absolutely offside when the first pass comes in. But the guy he then runs in, he becomes active, I guess. But then the cross comes across, Maeda puts it in. Again, it's going to be two questionable decisions. Here we go, VAR, goal stands. They've done it. Celtic are going to win the league. Dyson Maeda, they've done it. There's limbs. Parkhead erupts. Oh, Hearts. Oh, no. I mean, listen, it was a really, really good Celtic goal. It was a fabulous Celtic goal, but question marks about the offside, the penalty. It's so difficult. They've lost it in the worst possible way. The absolute worst possible way. Dyson Maeda's crying. He's in tears. He's offside there. There's no question he's offside there. Hang on a minute. Why has that been given as onside for that one? And again, I'm looking at Swallow. I'm looking at the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper's probably not great there either. I said he would be a problem before the game, but it's been given. And now, Hearts have got 60 seconds plus injury time to save their season. 60 seconds plus injury time. How many minutes are we going to get given now? Nygren's going off. Celtic make another couple of changes. Who is it coming on? Dane Murray. Proper grim, should never have been handball. Yeah. If that's onside, if they've given it for Maeda being on, he's never onside there. He's never onside. Never onside, never a handball. It's very, very harsh on Hearts. Really harsh on Hearts, that. It's never a handball and it's never a penalty. It's never an onside, that. Very questionable. Very, very questionable. Graham Duggan, last time I ever watched this corrupt league. How many extra minutes are we going to get? 8. It's time. It is time. There's definitely enough there for Hearts to go and grab it. You've got time. They've got to go and get themselves up the pitch, though. They've been in a sort of, not hanging on mode, but they've been sort of have what we have, we hold. They've been... Oh, it's going to be another throw-in for Hearts, and this is going to be a long throw into the box. New title-winning controversy just dropped. Maddow says, is it not offside because he didn't receive the ball? It was passed to him. No, but he becomes active, doesn't he? That's the question mark. When does Maeda become active? I think if you're offside, you've got to walk backwards. You know, you're not really supposed to be getting involved in play thereafter. And within 5 seconds, if that, 2 seconds of him being offside, he's got the ball in the back of the net. I find that very difficult. He's gained an advantage by being offside, hasn't he? So I think offside and a handball, I think that's very, very difficult. Hearts corner, headed back across. Go out for a goal kick. North End says literally everyone agrees it's not a handball. The vast majority of the chat, I'll be honest, the vast majority of the chat are of the opinion that Hearts have been robbed. Certainly with the handball. I mean, the offside maybe decision is questionable. I don't think it's onside. I think he's gained an advantage by being there. I wouldn't want that given. I really wouldn't want that given. But I really do think, that the handball decision is, if we come back to that, we're going to be talking about that, I'm sure, for weeks after this. The handball decision has been contentious in football all season. And it's contentious again today. It's going to cost Hearts after a season, a wonderful season. It's going to cost them. Tony Peters, time's ticking on. Come on, you boys in green. City of North Hill says football and you have to wear gloves that keep your hands bald as fists, but you're allowed to use your hands and arms. Thoughts? Arm ball. Hearts here, get the ball up the pitch. You've got 5 minutes left. 5 minutes left for the old Jambos to get something here. Good flick on. Oh, Dyson Maeda, excellent all day. Busy. Running for days, that fella. Absolutely fantastic. That's going to be a throw into Hearts. Oh, Srirachi. Oh, hey, oh. Srirachi's having a go at Shankland. It's going to be a throw in. And I think it's going to be a yellow card for Srirachi, a yellow card for Shankland. Truth over lies. I'm sick to my stomach. Graham says these refs are beyond corrupt. Makes you appreciate the slightly less shite refs in the Prem. 4 minutes. 4 minutes to go. Long throw into the box. Hearts. Gotta hit it. Celtic get it away. It's literally all hands on deck for Celtic. Schwolo pumps it up the pitch. No foul. That's a foul. Hearts free kick. Got to get the ball in the box. Bezzy. Maeda, they always give their all. Key Thomas. Maeda's been, I mean, to be honest, Celtic have had some fantastic Japanese players over the years, haven't they? Shinsuke Nakamura, ya fucking do ball. Valiera says the handball was always going to be given because his hand is above the shoulder and his head. Unfortunate because that shouldn't be a handball. No. Nobody wants to see that given as a handball, do they? Nobody wants that as a handball. I think in the cold light of day, not even Celtic fans want that as a handball. There's more chances in this. There's 3.5 minutes left to go. There's definitely one more chance for Hearts. That's going to be a throw into Celtic. Very tense. Whoa, hey, oh, Shankland. You're on a yellow card, lad. Don't be scrapping. This is like deja vu, Key. I tell you what, they've got to be very careful. There's going to be plenty of police presence around the edge of the pitch here. Stewards to avoid any sort of pitch invasion if Celtic do win it. Because they'll be after Shankland. Mr. Al-Shamari says history has repeated itself 40 years ago when Hearts were only 8 minutes away from winning the league and needed only a point at Dens Park. They ended up losing that game. Very sad. Very sad. There's Rod Stewart. He's enjoying himself, no doubt. That's a free kick, ref. Free kick to Hearts. I don't even know, says I can see this heartbreak happening next week at Selhurst Park. We're all hoping for it, aren't we? We're all hoping for a Selhurst Park wobble. Wally says on May the 3rd, 1986, Hearts lost the Scottish Premier League on the final day by losing 2-0 at Dundee at Dens Park, allowing Celtic to win the league on goal difference. Very frustrating. Hearts can't quite get hold of it. They just can't really get the ball in the box. There's players in the box. They're just not getting it there. Swallow, got to get it forward, Hearts. 90 seconds left to save the season. Need a bit of quality in the final third here. You can't just do that. You can't just pump it forward like that. That's too easy. Celtic will defend that all day. And Maeda gets it forward. That's a foul. That's a foul, referee. And a free kick. Free kick to Hearts and a yellow card again. Another yellow card. It's been plenty. There's been 4 yellow cards just in the last 3 minutes. The goalkeeper's forward. Swallow's forward. Hearts are going to pump the ball in the box. Everybody in the box. Terrible free kick. Out to the edge. Hit it. And now Celtic on the counter and they're going to win it. They're going to win it. They've got 3 against an empty net and this is it. Celtic have won the league. 30 seconds left. They've just done it. Martin O'Neill running forward on the pitch. This is it. Pitch invasion. It is. It's happened. Pitch invasion. There's everyone on the pitch. Celtic 3, Hearts 1. It's not the result that everyone wanted. They're going to get in trouble for that. They're going to get a lot of trouble for that. Because they're all running up to the Hearts players, Celtic fans. They're all giving it the Hearts players. The police now on the pitch. It's a big moment. A very, very big moment. But yeah, there you go. Now, look at that. Even the Celtic players are having a pop at the Celtic fans now. The Celtic players are defending the Hearts players. This isn't good. Look at that. Even the Celtic fans saying, get off the pitch. What are you doing? Absolutely ridiculous. Stupid. Really feel for Hearts. Where do you want your statue, Martin? That's it. Dyson Maeda quite rightly getting the plaudits. He's been incredible all game. But really, really sad. Really, really sad for Hearts. I think Shanklin's been punched. He's gone down. And there's medics tending to Shanklin. In fact, Derek McInnes is now being escorted off the pitch by the police. This has got really bad all of a sudden. Yeah, they're going to have to end the game. This is a real problem. They've not been able to keep people off the pitch. And it looks like one of the Hearts players has been... I think Shanklin's been attacked. He was stumbling off the pitch. I mean, listen, it's still a great result for Celtic, but really, really sad. Where is Nina says, oh dear, a bit of trouble. I hope no one was assaulted there. Well, it looked like it again. It looked like Shankland was being escorted off. He had arms round people. He was holding his stomach. It looks like someone's had a go at him in the stomach. There was literal Celtic players trying to keep the fans off the Hearts players. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Madness. Callum says, corrupt league, really. Last game, they were given a free goal. I mean, listen, we're going to come back to the handball. We're going to come back to the offside decision. I mean, Hearts have been really, really unfortunate today. I think Celtic have been the better side, but they've definitely had some decisions go against them. There's no question about that. The referee's blown full time, but I think it's as much to do with the fact that they can't really contain this problem off the pitch. They can't get these fans off the pitch. They can't. It's going to be a real problem, that, for Celtic. No matter what, they've won the title today. It's going to be a problem for Celtic how the fans have reacted today. It's going to be a real problem. Graham says the fans assaulted the opposing players. That's a forfeit. Could well be. H says Hearts have been the better team all season. I mean, I don't know. Shane Shank says disqualify Celtic because of the fans. And Cop says, what a theft. I am from Greece. Wasn't it an obvious offside? I thought it was offside, and I thought it wasn't a handball. And for that reason, I think Hearts have been absolutely done. But I feel really, really... I think Martin O'Neill deserves an awful lot of credit. Martin O'Neill has done a hell of a job coming in. From where Celtic were with Wilfried Nancy, they've turned it around. You've got to give Celtic, the team, credit. But I think the fans have really let him down today. I think the way Lawrence Shankland has gone off the pitch, it looks like he was holding his stomach. It looks like he's been attacked. He was being escorted off by paramedics, I think, and police. It doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Hey Miku says, this might not be just over yet. On the pitch, yes, but not at the table. What do you mean in terms of there might be some repercussions? I can't see it. It's got the Celtic win the 25-26 Scottish Premier League title. Day says the police will have their hands full outside the stadium. Yeah, no question about that. Kasper Schmeichel there as well. Kasper Schmeichel, who's had to retire this season, mid-season for Celtic. He had to retire after going down to make a save during Celtic's defeat against Stuttgart here. He did his shoulder, his rotator cuff, I think it was, and he's torn his rotator cuff. He's done. He's had to retire, and Kasper Schmeichel's on the pitch there. What an end to the season for him. He'll get a league title winner's medal. Kieran says, what fans do players can't stop? There's no way a forfeit will done. Celtic defending title once again. No, yeah, listen, I'm not saying that's what should happen, and I think you've got to give credit to Celtic, you really do. It's disappointing, I think, for Hearts, massively disappointing the way that it's played out. You've got to give credit to Celtic, though. Got to give credit to Celtic, the way they've come back. I wonder if Martin O'Neill will stay on. I guess he has to now. Possibly. I mean, he's getting on. 72 years of age. But Celtic win the Scottish Premier League again. Right. If you're going to be joining me for the FA Cup final, we've got the small matter of the FA Cup final now. England's football's oldest competition. And Chelsea play Manchester City. City beat Chelsea 3-0 just a few weeks ago. Chelsea in absolute dire straits, aren't they? Callum McFarlane against Pep Guardiola. David versus Goliath. A guy who's not even got his coaching badges, doesn't even have the right, as far as UEFA are concerned, to be coaching at this level, could yet guide Chelsea to an FA Cup win. That would be a fairy tale. But I'm not quite sure I'm going to say whether I want Chelsea to win that one yet. Here we go. Right. I'm going to be moving over now to Chelsea against City in the FA Cup final. Hopefully you'll join me. If you haven't already, do me a favour. Hit the like on the way out. Hit subscribe if you've not already. Massively helps the channel, especially if you want to see more people, more of these types of lives appearing in your browse, in your homepage, whatever, on YouTube. Especially with the World Cup coming up. We've got a big end to the season, and nobody in the whole world will be covering the World Cup more than I. 81 fixtures across 39 days. We'll be doing all of them, including Egypt against Iran at 4 a.m. here in the UK. We'll be doing all of them. All of the big games. So if you enjoy these watch-alongs, if you enjoy a chat and you like a natter, we've got some great people. They make the channel, really. Great people in the chat. Who support all many different types of clubs, including Celtic and Hearts and everyone. There's been some disappointed today, some very made up with this result, and fair play to Celtic. They've won the league. Disappointment, commiserations for Hearts, but you've got to give credit to Celtic for winning it from where they were. Right, take it easy everyone. I'll see you in about 10 minutes for Chelsea City. Ta-da.